Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff, and welcome to 2021. Ooh, or something, I don't know. I figured the last episode of 2020 was the year in review, the look back at what happened last year, so I thought the first episode of 2021 should be a look forward into the future, at the possibilities, at what might be. So this is my shop resolutions of 2021. I've got this broken down into 3 categories. I've got my shop resolutions, I've got project resolutions, and I've got channel resolutions. And there's a couple of things in each one of those, so let's go through them one by one, and I'll explain to you what they are and why they exist. All right. So the first shop resolution that I've got for the year is to minimize and mitigate the amount of physical damage that I do to myself while I'm out here. And now that might sound obvious. Don't put your hand by spinning blades that are sharp or even not sharp. Don't put yourself in a position where you could hurt yourself. But also, get some fatigue mats for out here for your back, yo. I need at least one over by the lathe. I would like to have one on this side of my bench. So that's a thing that mitigates damage to myself. Another thing that is damaging is when you don't take care of your mental state and your emotional state. That can lead to physical injury, but it's also injury itself. So while I'm proud of myself for fighting through a couple of things last year and pushing myself to get out here and be making projects and making content for the YouTube channel, and I'm proud of myself for hopping back up on the horse and getting back up on the lathe after it hurt me, I am going to minimize and mitigate the damage by taking a break when I need to. If that means that there's a couple of weeks with no episodes on YouTube, so be it. If that means, whatever it happens to be, I'm going to take care of myself out in the shop this year. Which leads nicely into shop resolution number 2, which is fix my electrical situation out here. Because part of not doing damage to myself means that I have to start taking dust collection a lot more seriously. Because I don't do that. I don't wear a respirator because it doesn't seal on my face with the beard. I have a dust collector, but I can't run it at the same time as the tool that it's collecting dust from because of my electrical situation. So at some point this year, I'm going to spend a lot of money on a helmet, PAPR forced air respirating system. If you have any recommendations for me, leave them down in the comments. Same with the dust collector, because I'm going to wire a 220 outlet for this shop and get a proper dust collector and pipe it this year. Because this is the year that I start taking dust collection seriously and dust protection seriously. Because I have to. If I want to be doing this for a long time, that's something that I need to do this year. Electrical. And the shop resolutions are no permanent damage, mitigate the damage, the small amounts of damage that, you're always going to catch your finger on a chisel and that kind of thing. Mitigate, minimize the damage, and do no permanent damage to myself in 2021. And fix the electrical situation in my shop. That's it. 2 shop resolutions. Project resolutions. I want to turn a segmented bowl. At some point this year, I want to make a segmented bowl blank and turn it on the lathe. I want to start incorporating epoxy a little bit into some things. There's a ton of people out there that are doing a lot of wicked cool things with epoxy. And I want to be one of those people doing wicked cool things with epoxy. So I'm not going to go whole hog into epoxy and start making only epoxy impregnated things. But I think it'd be fun to start getting into epoxy. And it's super expensive, so I'm going to go slow. But I am going to start incorporating some epoxy into some things this year. The third project resolution is that this is the year, 2021, is the year that I'm going to make a guitar. And that I don't really need to explain, because I've always wanted to make a guitar. And this is going to be the year that I do it. So there. Channel resolutions. I am hoping this year, I think I'm getting close, but I would like to find a nice balance of content between project videos and talkie head videos like this one, and tool discussions and other. So I think I'm getting close. I do like the ratio of those things that I've developed over the last year. And this year I want to flesh that out so that not only do people know a little bit better what to expect from the channel when they're watching it, but also I can have a better handle on what I need to be doing at any given time out here in terms of content production. I want to find a nice place where things kind of roll just naturally, and I don't feel like I'm forcing anything. So that's number one. And that's also, that the balance includes like lathe projects and cabinet projects and small projects and bigger projects and those kinds of things. I want to find a nice balance for the channel. Resolution number 2 for the channel is to continue the Saturday night 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time turning show, where I go live and people hang out and we chat and they make fun of me and I make fun of them, and it's a good time and it's community building, and I love the group that is forming over there. It's good times and it's lots of fun, and I'm going to continue to do that throughout this year. I only started in October-ish doing that, so I want to keep going with that. That's a resolution. And part of that resolution goes back to one of my earlier ones, when if I need to take a break, I do that. If I have to cancel a couple of Saturday Night Live shows, I'm going to do that. And that's how it's going to be. But I'm going to keep doing those. That's channel resolution number 2. Channel resolution number 3 is people have been asking me for merch. I don't know if they're serious, and I don't know if I made it, whether they'd buy it, but I think I'm going to give it a shot. At some point this year, I'm going to make some t-shirts and some coffee mugs and travel mugs or something. I'm going to start small, probably with like t-shirts and hoodies and coffee cups and travel mugs or something like that. And just print my logo. I'll probably do it myself to start. I'll probably buy a batch of shirts and learn how to screen print and put my logo on them. And I'll have like a small batch of coffee mugs printed up or something like that. And we'll see how it goes. There have been people asking me for it, and so I think I might as well. That's channel resolution number 3, is to create some merch. Actually, there is a function in Patreon where you can send them the image that you want to have made into merch, and they will make it into merch and send it out to the various levels of people that support you over there. So that's one thing that I'm considering, but I kind of don't want to make it like a Patreon exclusive thing. I might give them out over there as bonuses, but I don't want to make it you have to join Patreon in order to get a coffee cup. That seems weird. So that's channel resolution number 3. We've got no permanent damage to myself. Fix the electrical situation. Segmented bowl. Use some epoxy. Make a guitar. Find a nice balance on the channel. Keep going with the live show on Saturday nights. And create some merch. There we go. That's a pretty good list of resolutions for 2021, if I do say so myself. Come along. You're more than welcome to hang out while I bring everybody along in my 2021 shop adventure. And I hope you do. And until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. If you like what I do here, there's a bunch of links down in the description for ways that you can support me on the channel. You can also hit the like button and talk in the comments. I do respond to comments. Let's get a discussion happening. If you have any suggestions on possible dust collectors that I might want to look at, or possible helmet papper respirator things that I should look at, leave those down in the comments. Let's be a community. All right? Till next time, happy 2021. Bye for now. All right. 2021. Whoop, whoop.